Hey everyone, and welcome back to Callan's channel. If you haven't done so, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you share this video once you're done watching. As you can see from the title, today we are going to talk about how to balance your life. So let's chat. In this video, I'm going to discuss 5 ways that you can balance your life. Everyone talks about balance, and how sometimes it could be possibly complicated to incorporate that into your own day-to-day journey. But I am going to leave you with some 5 quick tips to help you better adjust to your life and create that balance that you need. So step number 1 is create a pie chart. So first things first, we all know that a pie chart has, different parts to it. So in this pie chart that you're going to create, it's basically going to incorporate a list of the priorities or most important things that transpire in your life. For example, it can be work, family, church, friends, and so forth, right? Well, all of these categories have to equal to 100, right, to create that balance. So for example, you may have 60% family, 30% friends, and then 10% other. Well, that doesn't leave any room for work, and that causes this unbalance and feeling, this overwhelming feeling and stress and so forth. So something is going to have to shift. So since you're already giving 60% to family, you may have to decrease that to whatever number it is, so you can fit in your work time and fit in your other priorities that you have in your life. So I'm going to put up a chart so you can see an example of what I am talking about right here.
Okay, so in this example, you see priorities. These are example priorities broken down into different increments. So you have family time, which is 23%, business 25%, children 33%, leisure 2%, social 3%, personal life like self-care, that's 5%, and household and cleaning, that will be 9% of the time. So all of these different percentages equal to 100. Okay, 100%. Now, if my business load ends up being busy one week, that business percentage may increase to 30, 40, or 50%. So then all of the other areas would have to be modified. If you are trying to still operate with family time at 23%, and business has increased, then that is where an overload and clash will happen. So if one part of this pie chart increases, then all of the other parts, or maybe only one part of the pie chart, will have to decrease to make sure your amount still equals at 100%. So that is how you would maintain that balance. Like something may have to be moved this week, like social activities. If you are so compacted with school and family time, or with family time and business, social activities may have to be removed this week so that you can still keep so you can spend more time with family, or you can spend more time with your children, or however it works for you. So if you want me to break this down a little bit more, just shoot me a message in the comments, and I can break that down even more for you one-on-one.
Now, it's important to note, when you have this pie chart, remember, things change as your life changes. And that's one important lesson to note as you're balancing your life. You can't keep your schedule the same exact way. This week may be a lot busier than next week, or vice versa. The next 3 months may be busier than the other months of the year. So you are going to have to constantly revisit and balance out your schedule as needed. That's how we create that balance, is when we're moving things around, modifying your schedule. Okay, I can't watch this much TV. Okay, I can't watch TV at all this week. Oh, well, let me talk to my husband or let me talk to my family to watch the kids a little bit longer. I may have to extend the nanny time, or whatever you need to do to make sure you get things in order, where it's needed. Okay, boom. Now I have my project done at work. Okay, now your family time can increase a little bit more, right? And then you constantly fluctuate that. Like that's the constant thing when you are balancing your life. It's not going to say stagnant your entire life. No, that's impossible. So you always have to modify and adjust. Step 2 to balancing your life is self-care. I am an advocate of self-care. Take that time to do the things that you love to do, whether that is going to get your hair done, getting your nails done, going and getting a massage, or walking around your neighborhood. Whatever self-care is to you, take the time out to incorporate that in your schedule. It's very vital to take a breather in your life and take a break from all of the hustle and bustle that you have going on. Even if your self-care is going on a vacation, once a month or twice a month, whatever self-care is to you, make sure you're incorporating that within your lifestyle. Because if you are constantly pouring out into others, then your cup will get empty, right? And then what? You're not going to have anything left to give. So it's important to fill your cup back up with those self-care strategies. So take care of you. The third tip to balancing your life is the power of no. Now, I understand that we love to be at everything. We love to be at birthday parties, family events, say yes to that huge project deal, and so forth. But it is very important to learn the power of no. Sometimes you're not going to be able to RSVP yes to that event, and you need to say no. And unfortunately, it might hurt some people's feelings, but your life and your schedule matters most. So you may not be able to make it to everything, and if it's for your sanity, for your peace, for your balance, then that is perfectly okay. So learn how to say no to the ideas or the events that have lower importance to your life, because that really helps with having that balance and just managing your time and everything across the board. So learn the power of no. It's okay to say no. Tip number 4 is organization. So having a routine and set procedures in your life can help to alleviate any stressors. And so if you create like a to-do list, a schedule, or a calendar, that can help you stay organized, even with just like the smallest day-to-day tasks. Like, hey, Mondays are laundry days. Every Monday, having laundry days, at this particular time, or whatever fits best for your schedule. Because studies do show that organization plays a part with being clear-minded and operating at optimal potential or optimal function. So make sure you create a schedule or whatever it is that best fits with your life so that you can remain organized. And then on top of that, you can see your weekly routines laid out. And then that can help with like managing things within your schedule too. Like, Friday, my schedule is pretty compacted. Let me move some of this around, move this load from Friday over to Wednesday and kind of balance things out. Or I'm not doing anything Wednesday, so I want to move everything from Friday to Wednesday, so Friday can be chill days, and that gives me more time to hang out with friends or hang out with my family or do self-care, whatever I want to do. So organize your life. All right, now the last tip on my list is prayer. Prayer is very important for my life, and I definitely resort to my faith on a daily basis. Like at times when I feel overwhelmed, anxious, and stressed out, I literally stop in my steps and I say, God, I need your strength right now. I'm going through a lot right now. It's a lot on my schedule. I have so many things that are due on my plate. I really need your strength to get through it. I need your guidance on how to maintain this load, on how to delegate tasks, or how to manage this huge load. Lord, I need you to help me. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. You know, quick prayers. And if you're like in at work and you can't stop and pray just like I did, I mean, you just say it in your brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I have felt a huge relief come over me. And the Lord really does give me strength throughout the day to help me through those tasks that are at hand. And you know, the word says to cast all of your cares on him because he cares for you. That wasn't just put in there in the Bible for no reason. I really hold tight to that verse because we as humans are not meant to carry all of the burdens of the world ourselves, you know, and the Lord knew that. He knew we couldn't handle this. Like, and he wants to take the burdens and our anxiety and our worries and stress and everything away from it. He wants to carry that load, but we have to be willing to give it to him because we really can't do it all on our own. It's not enough time in the day. It's really not. But just having that guidance and having his strength can really help us and push us forward. So prayer is the last tip that I have for you all to help balance your life. And even with prayer, you can ask the Lord to give you step-by-step routines to balance your life. Heck, you know, these tips that I gave you, these 5 tips that I gave you may go out the window, and he can give you a specific strategy to help you balance your life yourself. He can tell you, hey, you know what you should do today, what you should not do today, if you should take on that task, you know, before you even say yes to going to that event or say yes to that new project offer. You know, take a moment and say, hold on, you know what, let me think about that, and really go into prayer, you know, later on that night and figure out, should I go to this event? God, is this what you want me to do? Should I say yes to this project deal or should I turn it down? Is this what you want me to do, God? You know, and let him lead you, because sometimes we get into situations, and this is kind of like a little side note, we get into situations and then we love to say, oh, God won't put more on me than I can bear. But it's like, God didn't tell you to do that. You putting all that stress on yourself and creating a huge burden. So really seek the Lord and ask him for his guidance and the path that is best for your life. Because let me tell you, prayer does work. Okay? It really does. And those are all the 5 tips for how to balance your life. If you have some tips that you can give, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear back from you. And I thank you so much for watching Callan's channel. I'll see you next week. Bye.